everybody. I'm Andrew Carmines. We're here at Hudson Seafood House on the docks. We're shedding out crabs right now. It's kind of the end of April, so we're in the heat of the soft-shell crab season. And we're actually have a what we call a shedding operation here at the restaurant, where we're getting hard crabs from a number of different crabbers, and they're all at various stages of the molting process. So we get those crabs and we bring them into the packing house, which I'll show you now. So this is kind of the setup that we have, where the PVC pipe here pumps water from a pool pump in the creek. So all the water that's going into the tanks is actual salt water from the natural environment of the crabs. We have the crabs sort of separated. There's 4 tanks on the far end here, and those crabs are in the early stages of the molting process. And then these 2 tanks here next to me are the ones that are a little bit closer. The bottom of the shell has actually cracked a little bit, and that tells us that they're entering the last stage of the process, which is actually backing out of their shell.
About.
So, not all the time, but especially when we have the big male crabs, the Jimmy crabs that are shedding their shells, we when they get kind of the last hour of the process, we kind of try to put them in a separate enclosure, because they do more damage to themselves and others than the female crabs do. This one was just acting a little rambunctious, so I moved her in here so she wouldn't damage herself while she's in the process of backing out of her shell.
She's in timeout.
Right, a little timeout for the crab. Okay. The interesting thing about this whole process is people always ask, well, why do you do it? You have to watch the crabs 24 hours a day. It's this big process. It's a lot of work. Well, the great thing about the process is that when you're actually watching the crabs all the time, you have complete control over the quality of the product when it goes from here into the restaurant to be served. What happens a lot of times is big operations such as this, they'll let the crabs harden up a little bit before they pull them out of the water. If you leave the crabs in the salt water, their shell almost starts to harden immediately, and within 10 hours they can actually nip at you, and their shell's essentially hard. So what we do is, as soon as the crab backs out of the shell, we give them a little time to acclimate, and then we pull them out and we serve them in the restaurant, which you end up with a crab that's texture is perfect and flavor is perfect, and that's kind of what we're going for here.
Hello. And are you able to recycle the water? Does it spill out, or is it?
Well, it's all salt water, so it's all going right back into its natural environment to be cleaned and reused.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And this is our first year doing it. We've had some weather problems. I mean, the water has dropped 10 degrees in the last 5 days.
Wow.
So that kind of slows them down a little bit, but we're producing at about 120, 130 crabs a day, which is just about perfect for the restaurant.
To your knowledge, is there anybody else in the area doing it this way?
Yeah, Larry Toomer over in Bluffton does it. He has 2 or 3 tanks that he does it. We have 9, so, and then the guy that does it with me is named Robert Rowe, and he did it at Lemon Island Marina, which was a really big operation. But basically the reason why we're doing it is we just got tired of not having the quality of crabs that we know are available. And this is the best way to do that. And then, we've had a few to sell. I've been selling them to some of the higher end restaurants on the island. Redfish. I sold some to Sage Room yesterday. Matt Jording over there really liked them. And I sold a few to the South Carolina Yacht Club in Windmill Harbor. Just people that appreciate the difference in quality between these and your run-of-the-mill soft-shell crabs, basically, who I try to sell them to.
It's all about quality.
That's right. That's right. And we're maybe seed oysters in here after we're done with the crabs, which would be cool. We'll have hopefully some really nice single local oysters in a couple of years.
What a neat idea.
It takes time though.
I bet. Terrific.
Good start.
Thank you for the day. You did a great job. Perfect day.
Hey, you know, I had to pray for it sometime.
Well, that happens.
Well, no, I was off yesterday. I said it was supposed to be sunny out, you know, so we got like scheduled a tea time for golf and everything. We played golf and it was like a monkey outside.
So basically the Hudson's deal, I mean, we were kind of farm to table before farm to table was cool, and the chef Patrick Ward now is doing a lot of stuff with local growers, local produce, especially with the specials every day. So come on out and see us, and we'll get you some good dinner.
One out here.